The test of time offers insight into loss and legacy, and 1 year speaks volumes about Jake Gutierrez.
How often do you still think about Jake?
Every second of every day.
Rebecca Humphrey still quietly cries when she comes to see her fiancé.
I spent a lot of time alone, a lot of time contemplating, why he was the one that was taken.
Why 1 year ago today, she lost the love of her life.
You don't really come up with any good answers.
On November 30th, 2016, Tacoma police officer Jake Gutierrez, a 17-year veteran of the force, was shot and killed during a domestic violence call. He was 45. 1 year later, his name hangs on the police department's wall of honor.
Extremely proud. He was a model officer.
Chief Don Ramsdell remembers Jake as a leader who helped train other officers.
There's not a day that goes by that we don't think of Jake. He was one of the best, and he is missed.
What do you remember most about your dad?
His jokes and his laugh. He was our best friend. He was our foundation for our entire life.
Antonia Gutierrez is one of Jake's 3 daughters. She brought her 3 kids to see their grandfather's plaque today. Her youngest is 7-month-old Jacob.
He always said that God promises tomorrow to no one. And so he'd always say, just be thankful you're here. Some people aren't.
People cope in different ways. This mom relies on memories.
I talk about him to my kids.
Why did you want to come out and see the house?
I hadn't seen it before.
Rebecca felt a piece was missing, so she came to see the house where Jake died.
It definitely helps, just knowing what he saw before he died, give me a glimpse of what he felt.
Closure is complicated in the face of loss, but legacy often defines a day like this, when the marks on plaques and street signs mean less than the memories that still warm broken hearts.
It just kind of makes me a little happy that, maybe he's still here.
In Tacoma, Gabe Cohen, KOMO News. In a dire moment, a team of neighbors assembled on this Mill Creek street to protect each other's homes from this destructive stream.
Because they're my neighbors. I mean, what else are you going to do? I'd hope they do the same for me.
Okay.
They laid sandbags as it kept rising and watched the water flow through their properties.
Oh my Lord, this is crazy.
Where is it coming from?
Fire crews working upstream offered an answer.
This is the origin of the flood. The city says beyond here are some wetlands and a retention pond.
As water rushed down 136th Street, several agencies urgently pumped it out, but struggled to keep up.
All the fire department could do was divert the water with sandbags and a hose.
Eventually, they slowed the rising lake on Riley Thomas's cul-de-sac.
I mean, what is there to say?
Unfortunately,
There's nothing to say.
the damage was done.
Just trying to kind of wrap my head around all this.
A foot of water soaked the first floor of Riley's home. The extent of the damage is unknown.
It's going to be a lot, though.
But Riley sees a silver lining in this water, the support that poured in from his neighbors.
Everybody was offering to pitch in. People were offering to lift heavy stuff, grab food if we needed it or anything like that. I mean, it's great. It's great to know that you have a community that backs you and that when you help all your neighbors out, that they will turn around and do the same for you.
It's a neighborhood where some streets are still submerged, but spirits have been kept afloat.
Welcome to Kamiak's Performing Arts. It's going to be a lovely performance tonight.
The crowd arrives for Kamiak High School's end-of-the-year concert, which always celebrates the students and the joy of music.
Thanks for coming.
But the tone changed.
One of my choir students, sorry, I was get emotional reading this.
And Nancy Duck Jefferson knew this year they needed more.
One of my choir students was killed in a mass shooting by her ex-boyfriend. Her name is Anna Bowie.
Anna Bowie was one of 3 former Kamiak students shot and killed last July during a party.
This is Anna.
She was 19.
Spring tour senior year in Oregon, and Anna just picked up Miss Duck.
She loved to laugh.
She's fun, she's spunky.
And loved to sing with the Kamiak choir.
It feels like there's a member of the family missing, which there is, so.
You were her favorite composer.
So in the days after Anna died, her chorus teacher sent this note to Anna's favorite composer, asking him to write a piece for Anna.
I wasn't sure what his response would be.
I felt honored and humbled.
Eric Barnum said yes. He spent months on it.
I said yes to this project because I knew that it was special.
He even came to Mukilteo to meet the choir and learn more about Anna. And that practice was for this. Thursday evening, the Kamiak Choir and some former members gathered on stage to share Anna's song.
And I automatically think Anna, and then everything just comes flooding back into my brain.
That's Matt,
of
Anna's best friend.
Who she was, how good of a friend she was to me.
Memories written in harmony, buried in every note and lyric.
A guiding hope that leads the family and friends to healing, really.
I think Anna would be thrilled.
That was going through my,
Her sister Annie was.
and I see Anna not in any more pain. She's at peace and just a lot of hope.
Hope that Anna's story lives on. Even after something beautiful falls silent. In Mukilteo, Gabe Cohen, KOMO News.
Engine 32, Division Alpha.
As crews worked to dim the glow over Auburn, Jason Clem stood speechless.
I don't really know, to be honest.
Come to my location.
He lives in this building.
Yeah, it's still going.
And says he saw the fire just after it started near a dryer in the laundry room.
It just looked like small little flames from the side of the wall.
They tried to stop the fire from spreading.
Director Stream, a little closer to you on the Bravo side.
But soon it was out of hand and tenants were in the street evacuated.
I was actually asleep because I work overnights.
Stephen Horton likely lost everything except his bathrobe.
But right now it's just like, where am I going to stay?
He's not alone.
Well, the place is burning.
Leo Bailey watched his home burn.
That's all I can say. The place is burning.
But remarkably, no one in these 30-plus apartments or the shops below was hurt.
There's flames inside.
Only left wondering what's next.
I've lost everything. Everybody's lost everything.
I like this one.
Apollo Williams and his mother call this a Christmas miracle. Not the gifts under their tree, but the ones now piled around it.
Santa surprised him more ways than one.
We introduced you to 11-year-old Apollo earlier this month. He's autistic, and his mom says he's had trouble making friends. Only one kid came to his birthday party this year. So as the holidays approached, Barbara had one wish. This Christmas, what are you hoping for?
To flood him with Christmas cards.
Well,
Penguin from Antarctica.
Santa delivered.
The bear's acting crazy.
Since our story aired, cards have been flooding in and piling up.
My son Caleb is autistic too.
Carrying messages of love for Apollo.
Awesome, and it was kind of overwhelming.
They've come from all over the world, across Asia and Europe.
It's from England.
And from our neighbors to the north.
Where's British Columbia?
A sheriff's badge from Missouri.
This card comes from Massachusetts.
A bear from Texas. The pile still grows each day when the mail arrives.
I'm probably going to be on the Guinness Book of World Records. Look how many cards I have.
That made me feel so good as a parent that people still have a good heart. He definitely has a lot of people thinking about him, and he knows that he's not alone.
That's the lesson Barbara found buried in this mess.
Can you read it, Mom? It's too long. It's too long.
The best gifts don't just come from Santa.
I have no idea where I'm going to put it all.
They're delivered from the heart.
Thank you for all these Christmas cards and have a happy new year.
In Des Moines, Gabe Cohen, KOMO News.
Pin your hair back.
Christy Jones wants her daughter Lola to see something.
Face towards me.
A lesson through dress up.
There we go. Got a twist. Ah.
Complete with colorful lipstick.
Turn you to the side. Big open smile.
And a photo shoot.
Up just a little. There we go. Ooh, but. Now we got to see what we have and compare.
What comes out
Do you like it?
is a snapshot into the past. Today, 5-year-old Lola is dressed as Zora Neale Hurston, a black novelist of the early 20th century. This portrait is Lola's 23rd in as many days. From Harriet Tubman to Maya Angelou, a different historical figure for every day of Black History Month.
They had the deck stacked against them and were able to overcome all odds, and it's just so inspiring. You hope that your kid grows up to do incredible things, and having examples for them just kind of guides them.
She hopes their courage touches Lola. That's why their photo shoot always ends.
Do you know what's special about her?
With story time.
She wrote books a long time ago, and that's kind of why it's important for us to do these projects too, so that we can help people remember important women like her.
Lola is admittedly still shy, but she's eager to show you her favorite portrait.
Rosa Parks.
Yes, Rosa Parks, and here's why.
Because she was brave.
Those little lessons mean a lot.
What did Dr. Jemison teach you?
That you can be anything.
And now, she'll be reminded
Who is it?
to never forget.
Is that all Lola?
In Kent, Gabe Cohen, Como News.